Alrighty. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Molly Ball. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. We're back. Back in black. Well, white and black. I'll be white black. Never mind. We're here. It's episode, I don't know. I don't know. What is the episode? We're here for it. I'm your host, Anthony. I put on my nice attire for today's episode because I was feeling like shit. So I figured maybe if you look at how splendid I look, you won't realize how shitty I feel. But that's the art of deception. You're not always going to have a good day. But you should, and you're going to hear me say it frequently, so say it with me, get fucked. Just kidding. So anyway, embrace your weird. Welcome back to another episode. I hope this finds you well, and if it doesn't, again, get fucked. And yeah, I'm happy you're here. I'm here. The channel's doing really fantastic, which is really awesome. We're up to 10 subscribers, so thank you to all 10 of you for subscribing. I'm very appreciative of that because I think the long-term goal for the podcast is one day monetize it to the point of this becoming my full-time thing, which would be so fucking cool. That would be just so dope. I would love nothing more than to be able to write you guys some of the best quality content and entertainment in the industry and provide it to you on a daily basis, maybe. Like, it could be that legit. But you got to aim high, you know? You have to aim high, and if you miss, that's okay. And if you aim low and you hit, that's a little Aristotle for you. Just to get your week going, because we do need that kick in the ass sometimes that says, yo, get together, pimp. Come on, champ. You're not being all that you can be, and you got to get it going. You got to make it happen. Got to get there. And you have to appreciate the experience that's behind you and the opportunity that lies ahead of you. The only way you can do that is literally by embracing your weird, embracing your uniqueness, embracing who you are and all the things that you are. Don't worry about all the shit that you're not. The more you look at all the things you don't have, we look at social media, it's all shit we don't have. You scroll, it's all the things you aren't doing or could be doing. And you get into this like doom of like, oh my God. I want to back up. Because I am in a mood today. I'm in a real mood. Not a bad mood. I'm just in a fucking mood. It's just not the greatest day. I don't know if Mercury's going retrograde or if there's a comet flying through the sky or like, you know, it's high tide, low tide. Maybe somebody with a pocket full of rocks could show me. I don't know. And I don't want to ask too many questions because I was doing that yesterday and it just led to more fucking questions. But welcome back and thank you for having me as your host. My name is Anthony, and if you're new to the channel, I hope you subscribe and like and share your feedback with me. I love nothing more than feedback, and I think we need to create an environment where feedback's good. Even if it's like, yo, Ant, you suck, or yo, Ant, let's talk about this, or like, yo, Ant, why aren't we doing this? Like, that is essential and critical to somebody like me. I love feedback. There's nothing that you could basically say that would hurt my feelings because, well, I have no feelings. And that's okay. That's okay. If you have bad shit to say, keep it to yourself, but feedback is important. So thank you for joining me on this crazy journey and being a part of my crazy journey, whether you follow me on Instagram, you follow me on Substack, you follow me on my stories, you watch what I do here on YouTube. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I think we're up to like 17 watch hours, which is like, yo, like everybody starts somewhere. You don't just get there overnight. And I accept that because in a world where we're dealing with government shutdowns, there is war literally taking place in the world right now. I'm focused on my little oasis, my little kingdom of peace, my little world of my own, where I'm, you know, ignorantly blind to what's happening around me sometimes, which is why I love having the channel, because I can talk about these things in a way that works for me. And I hope it resonates enough with people that they're like, oh shit, if he's doing it, I can do it, you know, because I'm like basically retarded. So if I can do something, you could do anything. But we're dealing with things we can't agree on anything. It's nothing new. We literally cannot agree on absolutely anything. And it's crazy, some of the stuff that's going on in the world. I hate talking about politics, but it's like hard to ignore. And not just that, like I just want to like get back to the good stuff. You know? Like how do we get better at loving each other? How do we get better at enjoying each other's company? How do we get better at actively making choices that will be better and solutions that cut through the noise and the rhetoric and all the gray area? It just seems like we're in such a wishy-washy point in the world. And it's a crazy place to be because it's like, for me, I'm just like, I want to do this, I go do it. Like, if I want to change it, I change it. If I don't like something I'm doing, I stop doing it. Like, I don't know how I've become so programmed to be so decisive on those things. I think a lot of it has to do with dreaming and manifesting and wanting more for myself. And I'm not sure if that's an age thing or what, but I enjoy dreaming of what I could do one day with my life if I do things now. Like, if I do this now, even though it's painful and there's short-term gratification is nothing. You basically, like, doing the podcast, even you sit here, I could sit here for years, year over year over year, basically talking to like a handful of people. Like, that could be pretty debilitating for a lot of people if you're really not in it to win it. Luckily, I'm in it to win it, baby. So you got no fucking concerns there. But like, for a lot of people, that could crush them because they want to be recognized and want to have the exposure of being seen for the work that they're doing. But like, you have to be able to make long-term plays. That's a part of life. That's a part of growing up. And that's a part of dealing with the resistance of the world around you. It's hard. It is fucking hard. If you're under 25, I hope you hear me when I say it's hard. It's meant to be hard. It will not always be that way. If you are under 25, it will not always be this fucking difficult. If you make really, really, really poor choices, you could really, really, really turn it around. It's possible. It's totally fucking possible. The person I was 5 years ago compared to the person I am today, night and day difference. And I say that because there's a part of this episode that I really wanted to bring up, and I wasn't going to bring it up, but I can't help but bring it up. Only in the last 48 hours did Zoe Holland take her own life. And if you've heard of this story, Zoe Holland was somebody who dealt with depression and suicide and went through the gauntlet of shit. And I got goosebumps talking about it because it drives me crazy. I remember being younger and thinking, this is the end of the world. This is the end of the world. And I hope people know that it doesn't have to be like that. I hope people give themselves another chance. I've been there. I've dealt with suicidal thoughts. I've dealt with depression. And it's not just so, how do you gloss over this? But Zoe Holland was dealing with something that she felt she just couldn't be here for. And I think sometimes we just want a little relief. We don't necessarily want to be gone. I think we just want it to stop for a second. I've had bouts of depression that have literally ate at my soul. I've had moments of failure that have made me want to give up on everything in my life. I have gone through breakups that have crushed me. I have made choices so poor that it would make a poor man look rich. If you're dealing with suicide or depression, please, please, please don't be ashamed to ask for help. Don't be ashamed to talk about it. If you're a guy, it's not emasculating to not talk about it. Talk about it. People are going to love you for just getting it off your chest, and you're going to feel a lot better. Find a helpful ear, and I hope that you can find that helpful ear. There's so many programs out there in this world that were designed to help young folks and old folks too, because let's face it, in the United States alone, somebody commits suicide every 12 minutes. Every 12 fucking minutes, somebody commits suicide. That's just so saddening to me. That is just such a troubling statistics. There are less homicides in the United States annually than suicide. Well, I'm not saying it's appropriate to kill each other either. I wish we'd stop doing that. But I hope you reach out and don't feel ashamed and know that nobody will be disappointed in you or feel any kind of way if you ask for help. In fact, it's how I built a lot of my social media following when I was first starting out. I talked about the help I needed, and it helped people around me. It evidently led me to some of the best points of my life. But there was a time when I had to fight day by day by day by day. Every day I woke up and thought, how the fuck am I going to do this? I'm not going to make it to the end of the day. And I wanted to drown it out with pills and alcohol or anything. Weed, smoking some weed. You know, I did that for a lot of years and gave that up because evidently it just wasn't going anywhere. Embrace your uniqueness. Embrace the fact that you're not all that you could be, and that's okay. Rest in peace to Zoe Holland. Please reach out if you need help because it is a crazy world out there. It is a jungle. It is a jungle that is hard to navigate. It is even more difficult to be a part of it. I look at some of the stuff that goes on in politics, just like government shutdowns. We're shutting down again. Why? Because we can't agree on anything? Why does that happen? All I can see is like, we're just so against each other. How do we get back to not being like that? Where do you draw the line? When is enough enough? And I think that's kind of what's been making me bitter all morning because I'm just like, gosh, like there's so many things out of our control that we really can't do anything with. We just have to be a participant in this big game that we call life. And it's a crazy place to be. It's absolutely nutso. It is absolutely nutso. On a personal note, I've successfully completed my chores for the day, which makes me feel very good. And if you're dealing with some kind of mental stuff, sometimes doing the little things go a long way. And I can tell you because I don't know if you realize I am not right in my head. I don't know if people realize that, but I'm not all there. I'm a little off tilt, and you have to be because if you don't embrace who you are, it's really hard. It's really difficult to see how good life can be. And I've learned through days and months and years of working out and working out that muscle of I can do more, I am better, I am more that I realize I can be. And just doing my chores makes me feel good, man. You ever have like a good day of doing chores? You're like, yo, I just crushed it. I just crushed my chores. You're like, oh my goodness, I just did all of my chores. You know, that's the best feeling. Just knowing you got the clean sheets, knowing you vacuumed the house. Maybe you're not feeling the best, but like you did everything and everything feels good and the kids are taken care of and the dogs are fucking happy and everyone's happy and you're happy and now you get to sleep at night. But maybe you didn't start out that happy. Maybe you started out a little rocky, a little topsy-turvy getting into the day. You don't know where if you're coming or going. You're trying to sort it out. We're all trying to sort it out. Don't try to figure it out. I'm worried because I haven't done my laundry. I did all my chores except my laundry. I have no intention of doing my laundry. I'm going to go as long as I possibly can, actually, without doing my laundry. I am 100% commando right now. Please subscribe. I don't care. I don't care. I am me. I am me. Fuck you, world. I am me. I can be anything I want to be. And if I don't want to do my laundry, I don't want to do my laundry. I got clean jeans. I got a nice little blazer here. I got a nice clean shirt. What more could I ask for? What a week we have ahead. There's some crazy developments happening here in New Jersey. One being Netflix is coming to New Jersey. That's right. Phil Murphy, damn you, Phil Murphy, has allowed Netflix to come to Monmouth County. And they are building a 500,000 square foot warehouse or soundstage or entertainment facility or retailer space. You name it, it's coming. New Jersey. That is 7.5 football fields of pure entertainment. Now you have a reason to get off your couch because Netflix is right here. Let's go break in. Let's do it. I'm excited. I'm thinking like Big Fat Liar type shit. We're going to be in the dressing room. We're going to be trying on fucking Sacagawea's costume, right? You and me could be a modern day Lewis Clark. We could go looking for stuff. We could use a map. Like a scroll. Netflix. Look at Netflix doing its thing. I'm excited. We're bringing jobs to New Jersey. Pretty soon, by 2030, New Jersey will literally be the East Coast Hollywood. I mean, they literally hated Hollywood so much, they set it on fire. They literally set it on fire. They flooded the fucking remaining parts of Hollywood. And then they inked some new shit over here on the East Coast, which just goes to show East Coast is representing. We're in there. I'm in there. I'm here. I'm right there. Hey, how you doing? Netflix. Anthony, meet to nice you. I want to be a part of your fun. What do you got? You need a janitor? It's pretty crazy, though. 7.5 football fields is like wild. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot of space. And I hope it generates a lot of jobs. I think we're doing some good things here in New Jersey, despite everyone hating each other. Everyone in New Jersey is a jerk off. Everybody. They're all dipshits. They all think they have something coming, and they're just mad. They're just mad people. And they're not mad at anything. They're just mad. They make New Yorkers look happy, and New Yorkers are not mad. They're just sound mad, you know? It's like, what the fuck you want, you know? And they're like helping them with their baby stroller. Like, they're doing nice things. They just sound aggressive. Me, I'm just passionate. You know, I got a lot of passion. That's that Virgo in me. I got a lot of passion for these things. You got to be passionate. You got to run right into the things that you wish you understood more of and advocate for the world around you, because we don't have a voice anymore. We don't know how to speak up for ourselves. We don't know how to be ourselves. We don't know where we want to be, and we don't know how to fucking get there. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But nearly as big as the hole your ex left in your life, which means it's time to move on for you, player. That's how big this Netflix facility is. Yeah, that's a big hole. I remember my ex left a hole in my life. But you know what my best and favorite mentor always said to me? Anthony, it's better to have a hole than an asshole. Okay. You're right. You're like low-key right. Remember that. Better to have a hole than an asshole. That's like one of my favorite Rick Rigsby sayings. He says, pride is the burden of a foolish man. Ego is the anesthesia that deadens the pain of stupidity. He said it at his commencement ceremony many years ago. I never forgot that saying. I thought, wow, that's so catchy. It's like a double entendre, right? Like, it's like that double-edged sword. It's like, oh, where are you going? Where are you going? It's kind of cool, you know? Like, some people just are with it. Speaking of some people, Billy McFarland is back in the news. We talked about him on last week's episode, and we're going to keep following this because it needs eyes. It needs eyes. Billy McFarland, you dog. We're watching you, Billy. Billy. Fucking name is Billy. Who names your kid Billy? You went to jail, and now you're back? You're double dipping, dude. Billy McFarland is still trying to sell tickets for his latest Fire Festival scheme. I don't know. We don't know. We can't find really any info on this. We haven't looked very hard. But Billy, we're watching you, brother. Mexico says they have no evidence of you filing any type of permits or getting any necessary documentation to have this festival there. And, you know, you're selling tickets. So if you're in the market for tickets for this Fire Festival, you better watch out because you're going to get got. You're going to get got. He's going to get you. Who's going to get you? Billy McFarland's going to get you because you think you're going to go somewhere with your girlies and have a nice little summer. And don't do it. Just go to fucking Coachella like everybody else. Go to Burning Man. Go to Joshua Tree. Eat some fucking mushrooms. Mind your own damn business. Love each other. Hug each other. Fuck each other. Smoke shit. Whatever you got to do. Don't do Fire Festival. Do anything but that. You know? It's like, if you want to try drugs, try them. But heroin, you don't try that. You just don't do it. You just don't go there. You just don't take it one step too far because that shit could fuck up your life terribly. Fire Festival could fuck up your life terribly. Speaking of fuck-ups, Ye is doing some crazy shit. Kanye, you're crazy, man. He's literally posting pictures of the KKK costume on his Instagram. I think he may have gone off the deep end. And I should preface this as, because I have a lot of clients and a lot of important people who happen to watch a lot of the stuff I do not subscribe to the behavior of this individual. But I would be remiss if I didn't say it wasn't fucking entertaining. So maybe a part of it, fine, fire me, whatever. Okay, you need to stop doing that shit, Ye. It's looking very, very crazy. It's giving crazy. It's giving crazy. Ye, we bring back the old Ye. The new Ye is kind of like Kanye shit posting a lot of weird stuff that makes us kind of scratch our heads. You know, we're like, what happened to Ye? Like, he went off the deep end today by posting this shit. And he's like just shit posting all over the internet. I love it. I think we need more people like Ye in a sense because he's just being himself. He's probably so tired of not being this person that he just has to be this person. He just has to be this person. Like, he just needs to break away from the noise. And I support that, you know? I support that, like, sometimes we just need to snap, man. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay. Fucking snap. I snap like 10 times a day. I'm just on a perpetual roller coaster of fucking snapping. I'm like good 1 minute and then I'm like, woo, here we go. Whoa, nothing wrong with me. Nothing wrong with me. You know, you just like start losing it, man. You really do. Look, the dogs are coming to check on me. They're worried. Concerned. Just act normal. You want to make anyone go crazy over this shit, yees, yos? Just act normal. Just act normal. Take your ball. I don't want your ball. This is the part of the episode where Remy literally bulldozes our entire fucking podcast. To which I will fly out of my chair like a goddamn SpaceX rocket straight to the fucking moon because I will lose it. Like Madagascar. Remember the penguins? You remember them? What the fuck were their names? God, Kowalski. I don't remember them all, but they sat there like smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Why can't we just do more of that? They're cute. They're cuddly, right? They're not just like outright POSs. They're cute. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. I had like a kinship to those little penguin guys. And the older I got, the more I understood, like, okay, they're just trying to mind their own fucking business. But they're doing some hood rat shit. When they were trying to burrow out of the zoo, remember in Madagascar, they were trying to burrow out of the zoo. He's like, Kowalski, progress report. Kowalski pops out from underneath like a fucking coffee cup with a broken spoon. He's like, boss, we're down. We're only 500 feet from the main sewer line and we are down out of shovel. We are screwed. They're breaking out of the fucking zoo and they are just cute and cuddly. No one would know the difference. That's what I do. I just smile and wave, man. I'm like, I can't be bothered with bullshit. Don't let shit trip you up. Don't let BS trip you up. Don't let stupid things slow you down. A lot of negative people, I say it a lot. I will always say it. There's a lot of negative people that are going to tell you how you should live your life. And you're going to feel almost burdened by them because it's hard to trust yourself anymore. It's hard to trust who we are and, you know, what we think we are. And I think in a lot of ways we've done very little to build that trust back in ourselves. So start spending some time with you. Don't be scared of it either. Take yourself somewhere, you know? I did this crazy thing this week where I went out. Yeah, I went out. And I met new people, which I make it sound like I don't do it all the time, but I love going out and meeting new people, shaking hands with people. Actually talking to people, learning where they're from and how they got there and what their story is. It's amazing when you can step outside of yourself because not everything is about you. Not everything is about how you feel and what you see and what you think. So you got to give that shit up. You got to give that shit up. There's a hole in your heart from your ex. Fill it up with some goodness. Fill it up with some goodness. You can't tell yourself nice things? Well, start. Try. Make an honest effort. Before you just accept that this is you, there's always a chance. There's always a chance to make a choice. And the fact is that you have the power to change anything in your life. I really believe this. And I say it because I've gone through some really shitty stuff. And I came out, maybe not okay, but I came out of it. And it's all right, because you're going to go through shit in life. And that's just part of the process. And, it's hard to understand that. So don't try to. Really. Just try to find your peace. Wherever that peace is, and embrace that. I find a lot of my peace is just in discovering who I am. I never had a lot of the best father figures and a lot of direction. I never really had a lot of it. So I had to create that for myself. And I think, I probably did a lot of things over the years that people thought, man, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Not once did it slow me down. Not fucking once. I did worry about what people thought of me, but I never let it stop me. Never. I never changed up because I felt somebody thought I should. I changed up when I felt I wanted to and I needed to. It gave me the control to control my destiny. That's the type of control you need to exemplify going into your fucking week. Own that shit. Try some new stuff and go out there and meet some new people. Shake some new hands. If you're just so unhappy with yourself, you can get fucking happy with yourself. You can go do things that will make you think differently. You can literally change the way that you think. It's possible. It's not so fucking crazy that it's that far-fetched. I talked about this a lot in my latest Substack, and I'm going to put some of the details today of our episode of my Substack and some of the posting and blogging that I do on there because some people love reading, and luckily I love writing. And I hope that you guys go there and read it and subscribe it because the more you subscribe, the more it gives me the ability to produce more and show you more of what I'm doing or what I'm thinking. And I talked a lot about my brother and I. My brother is my rock. Michael, I love you. He would do anything for me, probably reluctantly, but if I asked him, he would do it. And for years, we have talked about moving and buying and vacationing in Italy for years. It's one of our biggest dreams, Italy. It's like that's like that's like our North Star in a way. We know when we get to Italy, we made it. And every morning, most mornings, we'll share all these crazy ass memes of Italy and all these shit montages of places to go to in Italy and the food you have to try when you're in Italy and look at this new hidden gem in Italy. Everything's Italy. We're like, why go on vacation? Let's fucking buy a house in Italy. Let's do that. We're dreamers, man. We ain't got a pot to piss in. We ain't got the first fucking clue of how to buy a home in the U.S. We're gonna buy one in Italy. We are so underqualified. We are so underqualified. Like truly. But that has not stopped us. There is an infinite amount of reasons not to do anything in your life. Accept that and stop fucking looking at that. Look at where the possibilities are in your life and you will have a very, 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 very different fucking perspective on things. And I wrote extensively about dreaming and manifesting and how that process has looked in my Substack because I want people to know you can do and have fucking anything. Anything. Maybe my brother and I were two knuckleheads just shooting for the stars. But we've been that our whole life. We've been that person our whole entire lives. Like we have always been that way. And it has led to so many possibilities for the both of us. Luckily, we're learning to be patient. But you have to try and you have to be willing to put yourself out there and be uncomfortable with the uncomfortable. That's how you get better at this shit. It's just so simplistic. It's nauseating. It really is. It really is. That's why I try not to focus on all the bullshit around us. Really. Don't worry about what people say about you. People are always going to have shit to talk. Don't worry about failing. Just get back up and try again. Don't worry that you didn't get it right and it's not going to be perfect. And you can't always be happy about that. You can't be. We're so divided and we're so against each other anymore. And I don't really understand too much of it. I'm just like, let's find ourselves type thing. Maybe it's the inner hippie in me. I can't help it. I just want us to can't we all just get along, man? Can't we all just get along? Smoke a doobie, go on down to the farm in my big green tractor. You could go slow. I'll make it go faster for you, sweetheart. Put a little petrol in my gasoline tank and we'll get you going. We're going to put a little, we're going to cam this bitch. We go speeding down to the farm. Have fun. Have fucking fun with it, man. I'm having an awful I'm coming out of the worst week ever, but I'm nothing but optimistic. Maybe blindly, maybe ignorantly, but I'm optimistic. You got to keep a good head on your shoulders because look, I don't care who the fuck you are. Attitude is everything. If you got a bad attitude, ain't nobody want to do nothing with you. Nobody wants to be around you. Nobody wants to fucking talk to you. Nobody wants to be in your zone, vibing with you and shit. That's why, when I look around the world and I see us all fighting with each other, I'm like, fuck it, We obviously don't want peace, so let's just fucking blow each other up. Not literally, please. Figuratively. Let's do it. Like some fucking Ron Burgundy Channel 4 shit. When they meet in the courtyard and everybody's going crazy, Wes Mantooth shows up and he's with his pack of fucking hyenas circling Ron Burgundy and, all those guys. Brick, Brick standing there it's like, Brick, where'd you get a grenade? Fuck it. We don't want peace. We want fighting and anarchy. And I don't understand that. So I hope that you decide to be a part of the fucking solution this week. And always. And I hope that's what you learned from this podcast and me rambling because I cannot stand I don't even know what the word is for it. We've found ourselves in something of a quandary. We have. And I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. But the bigger message here is there's always going to be problems. There's going to be problems around you. There's going to be problems within you. But there's almost as many, if not more, possibilities to fix the problems around you and fix the problems within you. And it will be an ongoing and lifelong journey. It is a lifestyle. You want to eat right? It's a lifestyle. You want to get fit? It doesn't happen overnight. It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. It's something that has to fundamentally change within you in order for things to get better. So think about that this week. Think about that going into St. Paddy's Day, because St. Paddy's Day is coming up. Probably talk about that on our next episode, but keep that in mind. Get jazzed about the things that you could do and feel it. Really, truly feel it. See it. Be it. Think all of the things that make you feel good and really bring it to fruition. Really. Change the things in you that you want to change. Just imagine. Jordan Peterson says it all the time. Just imagine you stop doing that thing that you know you shouldn't do for just a week. Just a week. Maybe it's lying. Maybe it's smoking. Maybe it's drinking. Maybe it's eating. Like me, I try not to be a pain in the ass, but every time I try it, it actually gets worse. I'm like, oh my God, I'm just this fucking person. Embrace your weirdness and embrace your uniqueness because at the end of the day, all you have is you. And one of my best friends in the whole wide world, Will, always tells me, nobody will love you more than you love you. And, I love that. Please subscribe to the channel. And again, if you are dealing with suicide or you know somebody who's dealing with some type of depression, don't forget her, Zoe Holland. She has dealt with some awful stuff. And unfortunately, she's no longer with us, and I hate nothing more than seeing people not reach out when they need help. Don't be ashamed. Don't be disappointed in yourself. Nobody's going to think differently of you. And just let it out. Just let it out. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Make sure you subscribe, share, and leave some comments for me. I love fucking with you guys in the comments section, especially when you call me gay or queer or some bullshit. So leave some comments, and until next week, yeah, have fun. Enjoy your week and fuck off.